Hey there, welcome to another short video on solving a LeetCode problem with APL. Today we're going to be tackling problem 1741, find total time spent by each employee, which sounds like an awfully specific task. So, oh no, SQL stuff? Okay. Event day, in time, out time. Alright, so we've got a table of employees and we've got 4 columns: the employee ID, the date of the event, the in time and the out time. And the table shows the employee's entries and exits in an office. Fine. Event day is the day at which this event happens, in time is the minute at which the employee entered the office, and out time is the minute at which they left the office. In time and out time are between 1 and 1440. It is guaranteed that no two events on the same day intersect. Fine. Okay, and now what we want to figure out is how much time each employee spent in the office. So I'm thinking key. I'm thinking about the key operator to group things by employee ID. Oh wait, on each day. Right, so yeah, we're going to need key for the employee ID and for the event day. Right. Is that it? The employee, yeah, exactly. The 2 days, yep. And what's the format? Day first, employee ID, and total time. Okay, so let's see. How can we get this input? Well, probably just like it's over, like in here. So let's try. The data is going to be I'm thinking if I want this in as an inverted table. So the employee ID, the first day is gonna be the 11th of 28, the 28th of November. And I'm just gonna type in the month and the day because I don't want to type everything. So second row is this one, November 28, in time, out time. Third row, 3rd of December, in time is 1, out time is 42. Fourth row, November 28, in time, out time. And final row, December the 9th, in time, out time. Oof, and I forgot to reshape this into a 5x4 matrix. And now what I was considering was actually representing the data like this. And then like this, so that we have each column as a vector. So this is a pretty standard or pretty common format in APL for data like this. And we call it an inverted table. And it's just useful because if each column has a specific type, when you represent each column as a vector, you get that this is cheaper in memory, if I'm not mistaken. Now I'm not very well versed in the advantages of using inverted tables, but you can look this technique up. Alright, so we have the data. Now what we want to do is we want to key on day and employee ID, and then we just want to do some calculations. So yeah, what I think we can do is, well, we can just use key. So let's use key. Now the things that we want to use for the grouping are just the first 2 columns. So I'm gonna go ahead, take the data, and ask for the first 2 columns. And now this is the function that I'm going to apply, and this is the data I'm applying it to. Now we only need the last two columns to compute the time spent. And let's just see what this gives us. Now obviously I'm doing something wrong because this goes on the left. I don't know what I'm thinking. It must be too early. Oops. Let's interrupt. I got a typo there. Okay. Right. So this is the data relative to one of the employees, because this employee went to the office twice on that day, and that's shown over here. So this is the same employee going to the office twice on the same day. And this is one of the things they say in the problem statement, that employees may have been to the office several times a day. But this is not a problem for us because this is a matrix and we can easily take the second column and subtract the first column. So what we do now is we subtract, we sum, and we take the absolute value. Now let's see if these times add up correctly. Yeah, 173, 41 for the seconds, for that over there, 30 and 27. All right, now what we need to do is we need to put this together with the day and the employee ID. So we just take that and we catenate, and now we have everything together. It's just that it's in the wrong order. So we need to flip alpha. And there you have it. On this day, employee number 1 spent 173 minutes at the office. On the 3rd of December, 41, etc, etc. So this is your query. So I don't know, let's call it query. And it's this thing over here. Except that this is W. Or omega, sorry. So that's omega. Query data. And this is the result. Or maybe time spent. Time spent at the office. Maybe that's better. And yeah, so that's it. This was a pretty simple problem. I was a bit slow. Maybe it's because it's too early over here, but I hope this was, well, fast enough for you not to fall asleep. And if you have any suggestions, any alternative solutions, feel free to, well, you can try to comment them below, but I think YouTube is just going to mess up all the APL characters. So just go to the description, find the link to the GitHub repository, and just add your solution there. Cheers!